I always thought the whole crazy ex-girlfriend stereotype was over-exaggerated. Like, yeah, people have messy breakups, but nobody's actually out here faking pregnancies, sabotaging relationships, or showing up to weddings in a whole-ass bridal gown. Right? Wrong. Because that's exactly what happened to me. This is the story of how my psychotic ex faked a pregnancy, and then crashed my wedding in a wedding dress. And trust me, you're gonna wanna buckle the fuck up for this one. The ex that just wouldn't go away. So let's rewind. I was with Ashley for about 2 years. At first, things were great. She was funny, sweet, and a little clingy, but nothing too insane. Then, shit got weird. She started tracking my location without telling me. She went through my phone while I was asleep. She'd have full meltdowns if I so much as liked another girl's picture on Instagram. I ignored the red flags for way too long, but the final straw, she faked a suicide attempt to stop me from breaking up with her. That's when I knew I had to cut her off for good. Blocked her on everything. Moved on. Met someone new. Fast forward 3 years later, I'm engaged to my actual soulmate, and life is looking good. And then, Ashley crawls out of the shadows. Out of nowhere, Ashley finds my number and texts me. Ashley, hey, I just wanted to say congrats. I hope you're doing well. I stare at my phone like, nah, this ain't happening. I ignore it. 2 days later, Ashley, I really need to talk to you. It's important. Again, I ignore it. Then she calls me. From a random number. I stupidly pick up. And guess what? She hits me with the classic, I'm pregnant bomb. Mind you, I hadn't touched this woman in 3 years. So I straight up laugh and go, with whose baby, Ashley? Because it sure as hell ain't mine. And she goes full soap opera mode, sobbing, saying she had no one else to turn to, that she was so scared, that she just wanted me to be there for her. And me, I just hung the fuck up. Because I knew this was a trap. At this point, I'm thinking, alright, she's desperate for attention, but she'll move on, right? Wrong. Fast forward a few months, it's finally my wedding day. My fiancé and I are on cloud 9. The venue? Beautiful. The guests? Having a great time. Everything? Perfect. And then, as we're getting ready to say our vows, I hear gasps. I look up, and there, standing in the back of the venue, is Ashley. In a fucking wedding dress. Y'all, I nearly blacked out. She's standing there, veil and all, just staring at me like we're in some twisted rom-com. Then, she starts walking down the aisle. Like, dead SS trying to interrupt my wedding. The moment chaos unleashed. Everyone is frozen. My wife. Oh, she's ready to throw hands. My mother? Looks like she's about to pass out. Ashley walks up to the altar, and in the most dead serious voice ever, she says, you don't have to do this. We can still be together. At this point, I'm fighting every urge to just start screaming. And then my wife, bless her absolute savage soul, just grabs the mic and says, girl, you look desperate as fuck. Get the hell out. And the entire venue just busts out laughing. Ashley? She snaps. Starts crying, yelling, begging me to reconsider. Meanwhile, security is already dragging her ass out while she's wailing about how I ruined her life. And the best part, turns out she wasn't pregnant at all. She admitted it later in some weird Facebook rant. She just wanted to fuck up my wedding. Moral of the story? If your ex was crazy before the breakup, they're gonna be a fucking psychopath when they realize you've moved on. Stay safe, kings.